Another thing you also have to remember is that, like, trees live for like 100 years. Like, they live for a long time. So, these trees are living and dying in the wilderness for, like, your whole lifetime. And there's millions of them. So they are going to fall, and they're going to fall in weird ways. And sometimes they're going to look very, very bizarre and very strange. It happens a lot. It happens all the time. The tree structure thing is just a hard thing to for sure say that Bigfoot did it. Bigfoot's just never been seen building one. So that is a problem. I gotta be extra careful now. I definitely don't want to be falling down there to my death. It's a pretty big drop. It's probably like 70 feet or something like that. You can hear the water running down there. Yeah, I'm just gonna get away from the edge. Not taking any chances. Look at this. Look at this place. Look at all this ice. What is this? Okay, before I approach what I'm about to approach, there is some sort of footprint, most likely a human walking in the direction of where I'm about to go and what I'm about to show you, that I think looks like something of interest. So I'll just show you this. That looks kind of like a human footprint. You can see where the toes are supposed to be. It's very like sloped downward, which is not really a characteristic of Bigfoot. That's if this is even a track. It just kind of looks like it. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about with how sticks just fall in the woods in very, very strange ways. Look at this mess. So, very weird looking. As you can tell, it's very windy here, so that's going to cause a lot of these trees, especially if they're dead, to come down. And a lot of them are dead. So, it doesn't surprise me that when one big tree falls down, it'll probably take down a bunch of other smaller ones with it and make something resembling what I'm looking at right now. When I was firefighting, like forest firefighting, we used to call these jackpots. Just a big jumbled up mess of trees that had all come down together, usually caused by like one giant tree taking a whole bunch of smaller ones with it. So I don't think this is anything to get excited about. Here, from a different angle, it doesn't look as intense. Just kind of all fallen over, leaning in the same direction. I'm just gonna call it windfall. So basically my conclusion is that the wind is the cause of that pile of trees. Doesn't look like weird, like the Nordic tree structures, the famous ones, they have a weird symmetry about them, or they'll have like the floating logs. This is just a big pile of deadfall, so it's nothing special. Nothing that really makes it stand out. And of course there's going to be stupid internet people out there saying, Justin, you're an idiot, that's definitely Sasquatch. And while I may be an idiot, I don't know, doesn't look peculiar enough for me, and there's no evidence to back up something like that being made by Sasquatch. And I, become more and more skeptical of things the more I look into them, and, the less actual evidence comes up in support of those theories, so. Pretty crazy. It looks like there's some sort of weird little cave down by the water. How crazy would it be if I was filming that and something just walked out of it? That would be scary. But, you know, when we talk about where we think Bigfoot might reside or where they might hide, a lot of people, including myself, think it could be caves. As you know, I'm looking for a particular cave that is said to exist, is rumored to exist, that holds the bones of however many dead animals. That's where I want to film the Bigfoot Quest for the Wild Man documentary series this summer. So, you know, I like caves. I like, you know, exploring them. And like a couple weeks ago, me and my girlfriend were out up what's called Hoodoo Creek Trail off the David Thompson Highway here in the Nordegg area. And at the top of that trail, there's a small cave. It's a really cool cave, but it's not very big. And it's well traveled. There's nothing mysterious in there. There's lots of graffiti on the walls and stuff like that. But there's lots of caves in this area. And it just makes me wonder how many undiscovered caves are in this area, like up on these mountains. You can see there's a mountain right behind me. You know? I wonder around that whole mountain how many caves there are that a human being has never gone into. Or human beings have never gone into. But this one down here, I mean, that sounds like a mission for the summer when things warm up and when the snow is gone. I mean, you could easily rappel down here with a rope and explore the cave, or you could probably hike from the highway along the river to that exact spot. So I'm going to be making a note of this as a place to explore at a later date. Because I want to go down there and just check that out. It actually looks, I'm looking at it right now, it looks like it could be pretty cool inside. Very big opening. And, you know, there might be more like that down there in different spots along the river. There used to be a book I remember reading in junior high. It's one of the books that first got me really interested in Sasquatch. And it's like a book for, you know, younger people. But it was about, like, Mount St. Helens. And, like, I don't remember much of it, but I remember, like, the main character in the book was a kid. He was going out with, I think, his dad or whoever and some researchers, and in the book they describe how the Sasquatch live in like caves and lava tubes at the base of Mount St. Helens. And I just remember it being a really entertaining read. I would actually like to go online and figure out what the book was called so I can share it with you guys and you guys can check it out. I'd like to maybe listen to it, get the audiobook and see if it was as good of a read or as good of a listen as it was back, you know, when I was 12 or 13 years old. So I'm guessing it's probably not. Stuff like that doesn't usually age well. You know, you imagine things when you're a kid and it being so amazing, and then you grow up and you go back to it. It's like that with movies. You think a movie is so great, and then you grow up and you watch it again and you're like, wow, this is not great at all. Well, I think I've explored enough of this trail for right now. I'm gonna head back to my camp, get things ready for dinner. I mean, I want to go back anyways, make sure I have my little crampon things, left them in the vehicle, and tomorrow I'll come back up here and I'll explore further. I don't want to risk it anymore, you know, and it's getting a bit later. I would hate to fall and hurt myself with nobody around. Like on the main trail, under the snow, it's just pure ice. So I've been moving pretty slow. And I'm just going to be taking it easy on the way back. I just took a pretty good spill right here on this icy bit. There's pure ice under there, but camera seems to be okay. Landed on my back. Good thing I'm wearing a backpack. Probably look like an idiot. But as I was falling, everything just kind of went into slow motion. And I had time to think, like, I wonder how this is gonna feel when I hit the ground. And, you know, it wasn't as bad as I thought. But it'll probably happen a few more times before I get back.